Hey guys, my name's Cameron Penner and welcome back to the great new Artificial Intelligence video series. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your bad guys not only shoot at you, but only shoot at you when they can see you. This is really cool because then your guys aren't always shooting at walls. Let's get started. I'll just give you a quick example of what it'll look like. You can have your guy running around and your bad guy there. And then when he can see you, he's going to shoot little blue turds at you until you go behind a wall again. And then once he can see you again, then he'll start shooting again. And then when he can't see you, then he won't shoot. Let's get to it. Our guy is going to be the same as the guy in the last tutorial, so are the walls. But we are going to take and delete this and make a new one. Back to square zero or something. Bad guy. Change the sprite. Now, we're going to add event, create, set variable. Come on, there we go. I just right clicked there and then it popped in there. I'm going to set image single to 0. I'm also going to add an event, step. Now this is where it gets good. To check whether the guy can see, we are going to use some code. Now code will be right here, so just pop that in there and then a code editor will come up. This stuff gets a little bit tricky, but just try to follow along. First we are going to set the variable c to 0. And then just put a little colon thing at the end, or semicolon at the end, to colon. That's like the bottom of your intestines. We're just going to put the semicolon there at the end, just to signify the end of the line. And then we're going to check if collision line. Now we put a bracket, and then we go x, y. That's the guy's position, and then the second set of letters will be object guy.x and object guy.y. Now down here you will see the information for what you need to plug in. So the first two is the first position, the second two are the second position. Next is the object that you're checking whether the line is colliding with. So we're going to check if this line collides with the walls. And then we're going to do precise collision checking. Doesn't really matter, the walls are square. So we're going to say false, just because it's faster. And then not me, we can set to true, even though the guy's not a wall. Not me means if it's a wall checking, does it check whether the line goes through itself or does it ignore itself? So you usually set true if you want it to ignore yourself, or false if you're going to take yourself into the account. Anyways, now we're going to just put up these little bracket things, and then in here we are going to set C to 1. There we go. Now pretty much what happens is it sets C to 0. If there is a collision, it sets C to 1. I should really change it to blocked. 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 Blocked is whether the vision's blocked or not. So if blocked is equal to 0, which means you can see him, then we are going to if variable shoot is equal to 0, then we are going to set variable shoot to 1, and we are going to create a bullet going in direction. We'll choose direction later. Just give me a sec. Speed 8 relative. Now we're gonna do point underscore direction x comma y, that's the first set of positions, and then object guy.x and object guy.y. Now this just chooses the direction from one point to the next. So pretty much it'll shoot a bullet in the direction of the guy. Now we also want this to reset, so we're going to set alarm 0 to 20 and then close that off, and then we're going to go to alarm 0 and set variable shoot back to 0. I should call it shot, because technically it's not shot here, and then he has shotted. Anyways, what's going to happen now actually is that when we run it, it's going to say, what is shoot? It's going to go like this. Unknown variable shoot. No. So we go to global game settings, errors, treat uninitialized variables as 0. Now, this will be all set. So now the guy goes and he shoots at you only if he can see you. Now this is not appealing. So we are going to also, if he's not blocked, we're going to set image underscore angle, I can type, I promise, to point direction xy object guy dot x comma object guy dot y. This is the same direction pointy thing as I did in the bullet before. We are also going to set variable image single to 1, and then we'll set an alarm 1, we need to choose a new alarm, to 10. Now in the new alarm we're going to set variable image single back to 0. So pretty much what happens now is if he can see and he's gonna shoot now, then and this should actually be in, this should be in here, silly me. So now when he shoots, he sets the image single, and then he sets one alarm to reset it, and he sets one alarm to set him back to not looking like his mouth is open. Because as you can see here, second image, he has his mouth open as if he just vomited out a turd, blue turd. Let's see how that looks. The guy's standing there and it's only blarg. Oh yeah, and by the way, the bullets, all they do is when they're created they set a random angle just to make them not all look the same, and then when they collide with the wall they destroy themselves. Anyways, that is how to make bad guys only shoot when they're looking at you. I hope you learned a whole bunch. See you next time.